So the day of the boxing, so like months back, I think Ludwig mentioned this, when I was going to do the first LA show of Trash Taste, me and Ludwig had lunch, and he was telling me, I want to do this slapping thing, but I don't know who I'm going to slap. And I was like, well, like, I can't box, but I'm pretty sure I can slap, as long as it's not like crazy fucking hard. I was like, yeah, I'll do it if you want. And it was more of it wasn't like 100% let's do it. I was kind of like, yeah, if you need someone, I got you. It wasn't like, yeah, I bet you could box. I don't know. I need to ask a doctor. I'm pretty sure I can't. There are some ways that I maybe I could, but I don't think it's worth it either. I think it's too risky. And anyway, not that I want to go through all that anyway. So I'm not. Chat. Anyway, I basically TLDR, I can't box as far as we know. So, yeah. So I said that, and I didn't think much of it. I was kind of like, I'm sure he'll find someone who's more suitable, because this is a huge event, right? And I thought he'll bring someone huge on, and he did, right? He said XQC. So I was like, yeah, whatever. Like I wasn't like offended or anything. I was just kind of like, oh well, it is what it is. I was like, I get it, and I was like, that's cool. So the day of, because I'm staying at Ludwig's house, so the day of, we drive over to XQC's house to go pick him up, and I'm just sitting in the front seat, and he's taking a while. Like, Ludwig's in there for like 10-15 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? But I'm like, whatever, maybe he's just chatting to him. So he goes in, comes out, and he's like, yeah, he's not there. And I'm like, what? Yeah, he's like, not at his house. I'm like, what? Who isn't at their house at like 10 a.m.? And so I was just like, all right, that's weird. Whatever. I'm sure he'll show up. I'm sure. And he called him a bunch and stuff, didn't pick up. And I was like, all right, well, I was like, if you need someone last minute, I'm down. Like, I'll do it. Because I just thought it'd be fun. Also, it was like a cool opportunity, and I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure I could put on a good show. And if you trust me enough, I could do it with same height, same weight, same chest rating nearly. So I was like, I don't know. But I didn't actually expect anything to happen. So during the whole boxing thing, I was drinking beer, enjoying it. I was having a great time. I was having a fucking awesome time. So, I was like 3-4 beers in. I was talking to everyone, having a good time. And then about 3 hours before I go to pee, and Ludwig's peeing as well. And I'm like, did he show up? And he's like, nope. And I was like, oh. He's like, yeah, I might need you to go on. I was like, oh, okay. All right. So I go back to my seat, and I'm chilling. And then, like, this fight starts, the Andrea fight. And Nick from Ludwig's team comes over, and he's like, yeah, so we're just going to go with you. We're going to go do it. You're going to go on at the end. And so I found out that now, like 2 hours before I went on. That's when I found out for sure I was going on. I was like, oh shit. It's like, fuck, okay. I should probably stop drinking alcohol then. Whereas Ludwig was like, I'm gonna start drinking alcohol. So I was kind of nervous, because I just didn't want to fuck it up, basically. But I was also pretty certain I could do a good job. I was also sure it was gonna be a good time. So I was just sitting, and I was like, what the fuck do I say? And I didn't know how I was gonna go on or anything. Someone just told me I was going on. So I was fucking nervous. It was this fight where I started getting nervous. I was starting to get real nervous around this fight. And dude, I was so thirsty. I could not find water to save my life. There was no water in this venue. And I was, this whole fight, halfway through I left, because I was like, I need some water, like, desperately before I go on. Because this could have been over really fast, and this one could have been over really fast as well, that did this guy's toast. So I was worried. So I ran around trying to find some water. I was like, fuck, I don't know what I'm gonna do. The whole time thinking, like, what the fuck should I say? What should I do? I was like, what? I don't know. And so now is when I got really fucking nervous, because I didn't know how I was gonna be segued, right? I figured they had some form of segue. I just didn't know how. I didn't know that Ludwig had told Point Crow to give him like a bit of a nudge.